Celebrities trolled for their spouse's appearance. You know the saying, beauty fades after time, but personality is forever. When searching for true love, appearance really shouldn't be the most important factor, but yet we expect good-looking people to naturally be with other good-looking people. These hot celebrities looked beyond the surface and fell in love with what was underneath. The internet definitely had something to say, and they've been flat-out nasty and hateful. Let's take a look at who these hot celebrities chose to marry and what the internet had to say about them. Let's get started. Beyoncé and Jay-Z. These two are about as close to music royalty as it gets. They're the definition of a power couple. They met at the MTV Spring Break Festival in Cancun in 2000 when she was only 18 years old. Beyoncé hadn't even started her solo career and was still with Destiny's Child, while Jay-Z was 30 years old and changing the rap game. Even if she was unavailable at the time, Beyoncé made an effort to call Jay-Z. Many people were shocked when the two started dating because most people didn't find him attractive. Usually when someone asks if he is good-looking, it's a resounding no. Well, Latifi responded, "No, he's so ugly, period. And attractiveness in general is objective. Only small details are subjective. Jay-Z is objectively ugly, but he's filthy rich." Felicia Fee responded, "No, Jay-Z is one of the most ugly, unattractive people I've ever seen in my life. How he got one of the most beautiful women in the world, I have no clue." Despite how others see him, she chose to be with him and talked to 17 in 2008 about what her relationship has taught her. "I guess we're all human. I don't care if you're picture perfect on every magazine cover and you're the most handsome, successful, coolest guy in the world. You still get sad and you still get your feelings hurt. And you still get confused and vulnerable and nervous and scared. You need to find someone with whom you can get through the difficult times." Since joining forces and becoming a couple over 2 decades ago, they've become exponentially more successful. Omari Hardwick and Jennifer Fauch. If you're unfamiliar with Omari Hardwick, he's most known for his starring role as James Ghost St. Patrick in Power, the American crime drama series on Starz. People were shocked when pictures of him with his wife hit the blogs after he wrapped the first season of Power. Several fans made nasty comments calling her ugly and masculine, suggesting a handsome actor like himself could do better. He responded on Twitter, "I wish all of you could experience celebrity for a week to understand the level of ugly in certain diseases, called human beings. I want to personally thank all of you who have only loved and supported, properly challenged me, and recognized God's truth of my existence, and those I would die and kill for. I love you back. I root for you all. Those who have created your own truth so to make your despicable selves feel better, with zero care for those like me who've done zero to you, I want to harm you, while equally praying for the misery known as you." It's safe to say he and his wife were hurt by the internet trolls. With Omari's rise to fame, she has faced an onslaught of hateful comments on social media. He's addressed the topic of haters on social media on more than one occasion, but he has since taken a break and now sticks to lighter topics. And if you've been paying attention, he hasn't posted a picture with his wife since 2019. It could very well be that he's protecting the mental and emotional health of his loved ones, and we can totally get on board with that. Next on the list is Pierce Brosnan and Keely Shea Smith. The James Bond actor has worked with some of Hollywood's most famous actresses, but he has one leading lady in his life, his wife since 2001. Their journey has been as passionate as one could imagine, but Keely has become the target of vicious hate for an absolutely unjustified and unacceptable reason. The comments seem to be directed at her weight, and the public seem to be shocked and disgusted he's with her because she's not a size 0 and doesn't look like a bombshell. Thankfully, Pierce doesn't think twice about defending his wife and has showered her with love and support under the scrutiny of the public. Pierce revealed in an interview, "Friends had offered her surgery to reduce her weight, but I strongly love every curve of her body. She is the most beautiful woman in my eyes. And also because she had our 5 children." The former James Bond is unwavering in his admiration for his wife and every aspect of her appearance. He shared that he's always been drawn to her personality and kind heart. He told Hollywood Star, "I already loved her for her personality and not just for her beauty. Now I love her even more. I am very proud of her and I always try to be worthy of her love." We honestly love that he doesn't care in the least bit what random people on the internet think about his wife's body. Hugh Jackman and Deborah Lee Furness. Long before he became famous, the Wolverine actor fell in love with Deborah Lee. In 1995, the couple met on the set of the Australian film Corelli and married a year later. It's clear that the Greatest Showman actor thinks his wife is stunning on the inside and out. But since he's risen to fame, she's been called ugly by the media and hated by fans. Online haters have also spread rumors that he's gay, but being on Broadway and starring in musicals doesn't make you gay. Deborah Lee has found the constant questioning of his sexuality offensive, and one of the most common comments revolves around her being lucky to be the spouse of the Wolverine star. She said, "People don't realize it's actually rude to say that. Lucky because he's a stud muffin, you know? But that's showbiz and Hollywood and the brand of Hugh Jackman. Let's appreciate the fact that he's handsome, talented, and balanced enough to have a lovely life at home with a wife he loves and children he adores. Now that's sexy." Salma Hayek and Francois Henri Pinault. The actress met the French billionaire at a gala at the Palazzo Grassi in Venice in the spring of 2006. Her loving relationship with Pinault has drawn criticism from haters accusing her of marrying him for his money. People find it hard to believe someone as beautiful as her would choose to be with a guy that looked like him if it weren't for money. On Dax Shepard's podcast, Hayek opened up about how people don't understand why she's with him. She said, "In pictures, you can't even begin to guess the magic in him. He's made me become a much better person and grow in such a good, healthy way. And you know, when I married him, everybody said, 'Oh, it's an arranged marriage. She married him for the money.' I'm like, yeah, whatever. Think what you want. 15 years together and we are strong in love." When it comes to the rumor that it was an arranged marriage, she said, "It's not just an insult to me. I'm not the only one being judged. They cannot begin to imagine what a joy that human being is." Despite what others have said, we're happy she's found the love of her life. Felicity Huffman and William H. Macy. These two first met back in 1982 when he interviewed her to join what is now called the Atlantic Theater Company School. According to the Chicago Tribune, the couple dated on and off for 15 years before marrying. In the years since they married in 1997, they both have used social media to commemorate their anniversaries. When Macy has talked about his wife, he doesn't quite understand how he pulled off attracting her in the first place. "I don't understand it completely, but she adores me. She thinks I'm funny. Most importantly," he says, "she's my best friend. She's hysterically funny. I adore talking to her. She's a great confidant. She's really good at sorting things out. She's invaluable in that way when I don't know what to do. It sounds like they're a great match." Now moving on to Eve and Maximilian Cooper. Having successful careers in music, television, and film is not something many can do. However, Eve has pulled it off. She met the fashion designer and race car driver Maximilian Cooper back in 2010 at one of his Gumball 3000 celebrity car races where she was asked to perform. She said, "I'm not a romantic, but when I met him, I was like, I need to know what he does every day. I was more interested in him than I'd ever been in anyone." Before their relationship, neither of them had dated outside their own race. She told Metro.co.uk, "In the beginning, it was very hard because obviously I come from hip-hop. There was no other person dating outside the race, outside of black guys." She added, "When we first started posting about our relationship, we got the worst, crazy messages that I can't even believe someone could write or think or type these words." Thankfully, nearly all the trolling has stopped. Eve said, "Over the years, I have to say now it's mostly 99.9% positive because of us being so confident in loving each other and who we are that people have come around." They've been married since 2014, and as of February 2022, she became a first-time mom to her son with Maximilian Cooper. She's not quite sure what it was he saw in her, but whatever it was, she's happy about what they've built together. He's now her #1 fan for life, and we wish them nothing but love and happiness. Catherine Zeta-Jones and Michael Douglas. When these two first got together, people were shocked and figured it wouldn't last. However, they've been together for over 2 decades. From the start, her beauty and their 25-year age difference made headlines. He was 53 and she was only 28 at the time. To put it into perspective, her parents were the same age as him. They were first introduced in 1996. She was told he wanted to meet with her, and she was a little nervous because she wasn't sure why he wanted to meet with her. Meanwhile, the Fatal Attraction star knew right away he wanted to have a future with her. When he appeared on the Jonathan Ross show in 2016, he revealed, "I said to her after about half an hour of hanging out, 'You know, I'm going to be the father of your children.' It sounded good, and she said, 'You know, I've heard a lot about you and I've seen a lot about you, and I think it's time to say goodnight.'" He ended up sending her a bouquet of flowers and an apology, and it seemed to work. He proposed in 1999 and they married nearly a year later and now share 2 kids. People might have thought she married him for the money, but they have shown the world what love and loyalty look like. They've been together in sickness and in health as he battled stage 4 oral cancer and won. We're happy to see how loyal they've been to one another. Who do you think is the oddest pair in the list? Are you surprised to see who they chose? Let us know by leaving a comment below.